Penguin Random House Audio presents The Last Days of Magic by Mark Tompkins. Read for you by Sheila Bermingham. Only a few centuries ago, the descriptions of magical beings and their actions within these pages would have been taken as fact. This story's Celtic faeries and Fomorians, Mer people, are based on old legends. The goddess Morrigan is drawn from Irish mythology, and the trials of Aisling, one of her physical aspects, is founded on the lore of Red Mary. The angels and demons that appear originate from biblical and ancient sources. Most of the named witches of the High Coven are based on accounts of real women tried or accused of witchcraft. The biblical library of the Essene at Qumran, its contents popularly known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, contained numerous copies of the books of Enoch and Jubilees, which provide accounts of angels coupling with humans and producing magical hybrid offspring. The scrolls were repressed for decades, and it is possible that some are still kept secret. Lilith, Adam's first wife, has been struck from most modern Bibles, but she can still be seen in the relief depicting the Garden of Eden on the front of Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, carved in 1225. The account of the Celtic High King, Art Macmurra, follows historical record, as does the military strategy relating to England's King Richard II and his designs on Ireland. The use of exorcism to control demons is a practice that originated with King Solomon and his magic ring, circa 950 BCE. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God, angels, came in to the daughters of man and they bore children to them. These were the mighty men who were of old, the men of renown. Genesis 6:4, English Standard Version. And there we saw the Nephilim, the sons of Anak, who come from the Nephilim. And we seemed to ourselves like grasshoppers, and so we seemed to them. Numbers 13:33, English Standard Version. Prologue. Manchester, England, 2016. When Sarah Hill's body washed up on shore, the police concluded, logically, given the lack of injuries, that she must have accidentally fallen overboard and drowned. The previous day she had taken a train from Manchester to Liverpool to catch the ferry to Ireland. The police ascertained that she'd boarded for the overnight passage across the Irish Sea, but did not disembark. On the morning she was to take the ferry, Sarah watched the sun emerge above the dreary city, chasing away some of Manchester's November grey. She had not slept since yesterday's unsettling call from her grandmother in Ireland. Sweet, milky tea had been abandoned for strong coffee until her whole body vibrated, though she knew it had little to do with the caffeine. She leaned back from the desk that dominated her cramped attic bedsit and rolled her shoulders to ease the knots of tension along her neck and spine. Her grandmother, O'Trehely, was like a second mother to her. She had left her Irish homeland and moved into the family's London flat for the first 15 years of Sarah's life, when it turned out that Sarah's workaholic professor parents were woefully ill-equipped to keep up with their energetic infant daughter. Over the years, Sarah and her grandmother became best friends, tramping through the parks of London while her grandmother recited rich and elaborate tales. "Sarah, do you still have the books I gave you when I left?" her grandmother had demanded over the phone the previous day without so much as a hello. "Of course," Sarah responded, struck by her grandmother's unusual tone. "I would never lose those." "Well, get them right now. There's something you need to see." "Okay," Sarah agreed, recalling where she had stashed them. "Let me call you back in a few minutes." No, I'm not in Dublin anymore. I'm not any place where you can call. I'm sorry, Sarah, to be so abrupt. Please, just do this for me. I'll wait on the line. Sarah had never before heard her grandmother sound rattled. She fished the 2 battered boxes out from under her bed, still sealed as they had remained since her arrival.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?